And then you take the clothes off.
It don't sound like a lot of money.
But you can take it off. It's actually family life. Everything else. Oh,
Thanks, Captain. All right, if you would, let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. And if you would, all please stand. We're going to have the opening prayer by Reverend Elton Music, Grace Baptist Church here in Lufkin. Elton.
Father, we come this morning thanking you for the privilege you give us of getting out of bed and coming this way. Father, I come to pray for this court. I pray, Father, that you give them wisdom for today, and Father, to know that yesterday's history, tomorrow's is the future, but today is the present. Father, I pray that you give them wisdom, and I pray that there be peace and harmony in this court. Father, we pray you keep your hand about us in this county, and thank you for what you've done. We want to thank you for what you're going to do in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. And if you would, all please follow Commissioner Cheshire with the pledge to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if you would, follow Commissioner Harrison and the pledge to the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Please be seated. Do we have anybody that's signed up?
good job.
All righty.
Dog. Man. Take us some paper.
Now we'll go ahead and open up the public forum. Was there anybody that wanted to speak that did not get an opportunity to sign a form telling us that they want to talk? All right. If not, we'll go ahead and close it. Thank you for your attendance. I see that we've got a lot of new faces this morning. That's good. All right, item number 5, discussion action on minutes for August 23rd, 2019, special session budget workshop, Commissioners Court. Gentlemen?
Most approved. Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. Item 6, discussion action on minutes for August 27th, 2019, Commissioner Court. Gentlemen?
To approve. Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item 7, record in the minutes the certified order of the district clerk appointing Janice Cordray as county auditor for a 2-year term beginning August 26, 2019 and ending August 25th, 2021.
Motion to
Gentlemen?
approve.
All right.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion?
She's done an excellent job.
Agreed. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 8, appearance of Ben Bartlett, Baggett, and Shands Insurance Agency present the renewal proposals for the following insurance expiring 9/16/2019 and request a renewal of these policies by the Commissioners Court. And there's a bunch of them. Good morning, Ben.
Yes, and good morning, Commissioners, ladies, Judge, good to see you this morning. First, Commissioners, I want to apologize to the length of what I left with you last week. That was a whole lot of information, but quite frankly, the insurance marketplace is ugly right now. And but anyway, it deserves some elaboration. But I did, and I'll try to keep this as brief as possible. But in my cover, my ultimate recommendation is to renew with Travelers Insurance Company. They are up in premium overall a considerable amount, about 20%, but which is unfortunately not bad compared to what a lot of what I see, and it's tough, just tough time in the market. But did bring 2 proposals to the table. one big change is the wind and hail deductible on the property. And that county's got $54 million in total property out there. The marketplace has long moved toward percentage deductibles, 1%, 2% on wind and hail travelers. We've had a $5,000 deductible, kind of grandfathered into that for a long time. This shoe has been expecting it to fall for some time, but we've been hoping that it we stay in place. But it finally did fall, but not too heavily. They actually moved to a $50,000 flat deductible per occurrence. Important. The alternative is a percentage deductible, which as a percentage of the location value of 2%. Now, on a small location, and you got to remember we're talking wind and hail. On a small location, that's not bad. Now it's got a minimum deductible of $25,000, so that's kind of a bottom cap. But then wind and hail, if you have an event, it's going to impact a number of locations. Okay, so now you have locations like the courthouse and the jail facility that are quite valuable, and you get to a percentage deductible of that, and you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars in deductible. And that's largely an unknown. Although I'm in the insurance business, I like to work as much with objective, known. Okay, what am I going to be out if something occurs? And I believe the flat deductible, there again, it's per occurrence. One hurricane, one deductible. Okay, it's not deductible for this location, that location, that location. I mean, and that route is a little bit cheaper, but I just don't think it warrants the risk of a major weather event hitting us here. But anyway, like I say, my recommendation at the end of the day is to stick with Travelers. They have done extraordinarily well in paying some claims that quite frankly I think a lot of insurance companies would have denied before the ink got wet. But anyway, that's my recommendation to the commissioners. I consider and talk to you for a long time, but y'all got a lot on the agenda, so.
How long have we had Travelers now?
And I'd have to go back and
5
check,
years,
but
isn't it?
probably, no, it's probably been 6 years, 7 years.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, they've done us a good job.
They have, and they're a good, strong company. I mean, there's considerable weakness in the market now. That's what's led to where we're at. I mean, people trying to recover their financial strength. So, Travelers remains very strong, so.
And those were the only two proposals, was Travelers and
Yes,
Star?
yes. We, customarily, like last year, we had proposals. We actually had 6 different proposals, and we've got 2 this year, which, I mean, I've got declination letters. I mean, they just, they're knowing where Travelers was at their renewal, we can't touch it. So, I understand from their side that, it takes a lot of work to go through that, and if they know they can't compete, they're not gonna go through the effort of bringing numbers together, despite how much I aggravate them.
So we're looking right at 70,000?
Pardon?
70,000 difference?
I'm not sure what the actual, I've tried to avoid looking at the actual dollar, but it's, yes, it's, give me a second. The expiring is 3/43, 4/46. The renewal is 4/13, 5/13. So that's yeah, that's right at, yep.
Mm-hmm. Fairly close.
How much?
$70,049 increase.
And even with that increase, you would recommend staying with them since we've been with them
Well,
all this time?
yes, I would recommend. I mean, we've been with them, and that, of course, that's a factor. But with no other players in the market that bring anything that's notable to the table. I mean, the Trident proposal is, and Trident Star proposal is about $10,000 less a year, okay? But they've got the percentage deductible on the wind and hail. And, you know, honestly, it's kind of, it's hard to make to balance that, but with, like I say, with Travelers' claim performance, I think they're the best bet. I mean, in the whole scheme of things, $10,000 is a lot of money, but when you're talking 400,000 versus 410,000, I mean, it's you know, it's a very small percentage. It's like 2%. So, yeah, my recommendation is definitely to stick with
Motion to
it.
follow recommendation, stay with Travelers.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Judge.
All right, item number 9, appearance of Rick Connor, Emergency Management Coordinator, to discuss approval of a mutual aid agreement between Angelina County and Deep East Texas Council of Governments. Good morning, Ricky.
Good morning. This is just an agreement that we sign every 2 years for a mutual aid agreement between all 12 counties. All 12 counties sign this agreement where in case of an event, the mutual aid can be used in all 12 counties.
All right.
Motion to approve, authorize judge to sign.
All right, we do have a motion on the floor, authorizing the judge to sign, and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 10, discussion action on the interlocal agreement between Lubbock County, Texas, political subdivision of the state of Texas, acting through the Regional Public Defender for capital cases, and Angelina County, Texas, for political subdivision, state of Texas. Counselor, do you want to address this, or you want me to talk about it?
Judge, my knowledge is pretty limited.
Okay. All right. This is actually authorizing a Lubbock County, if we have a capital case, and we have a capital case, a murder case, to conduct in Angelina County, it can get extremely expensive. And this is actually a contract that we do with them. Matter of fact, it's gone down about $9,000 this year for the contract. But this is something that we've been doing a number of years. I talked to the district judges and the court at law judges, and they all recommended that we stay with, and also the county attorney, that we stay with this program and allow them the contract to compete. And I have talked to Lubbock County about this, and they told me exactly everything that they do for this $37,500. And it sounds like it's well worth the money. But anyway, we've decided to act on this interlocal agreement.
Is this something you need to sign, Judge?
Yes.
Where's the dollar amount?
Have we ever had to use them? Have we used them?
Have not. To my knowledge, I don't think we've ever had to use them.
I'm not sure if we have or not, Judge.
Okay. Last year was just under 47,000. This year was 37.5, and it was already in the budget to handle it. We had already put it in the budget for that.
It's essentially, an insurance
Right.
type agreement.
It is.
To offset the cost of appointing somebody to represent a defendant in a capital murder case, and which can be very
Very
substantial.
Yeah.
So in lieu of paying all of that money at one time, under this agreement, the county pays this Lubbock County group a set amount each year, and then if there's a need of a public defender for a capital murder case, they will send somebody to take care of that.
We're one of 75 counties in the state that contract through them to be able to handle this in case it was to come up. If I remember correctly, it was 75 counties, I think, statewide.
But I'm not sure if we've ever had occasion to actually use them or not.
Right. Where do they get their costs from, though?
It has to do with population.
Population, okay.
All the different counties that they contract with has to do with population and frequency of occurrence. It's a formula that they use, that what's the chance of having
Right.
have an occurrence.
Motion to approve with the judge's signature.
All right. We have a motion and a second on the floor with the judge's signature. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, item number 11, discussion action on the 2020 ramp grant in the amount of $50,000 for the TxDOT Aviation Division and authorized county judge, county attorney, county auditor, and airport manager to sign. Good morning, Gary.
Hey. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
ramp grant is a reimbursement program of the state where we spend 100% on small projects around the field, and they reimburse us 50 of that. This next year, we're gonna use it for like the generator, and a new generator and some other things that we have in mind. We just had a 5010 inspection, which is a safety inspection of the state. Gonna cut some trees for airplane safety, and we'll get this applied to the ramp grant, but, that's what it is.
And
So if we spend
understand that
100, we
this
can
is-
get back 50, huh?
Yeah, this is already in, you've already got this covered basically because it's gonna appear this year.
Yeah, we've used it the last 2 years, probably got back about 65,000, about 40 last year, about 25 this year. We should get back somewhere in the same neighborhood, 25, 30, unless something happens on the field that would require a major expenditure, but.
Right.
Motion to approve with the county judge, county attorney, county auditor, and airport manager's signature.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second with all the signatures. Any further discussion?
Yes, sir.
Who's the sponsored, agent for that? Sponsored,
TxDOT.
authorized,
Takes
TxDOT?
TxDOT.
Okay.
Yeah, TxDOT Aviation Division is actually who we do all these grants with.
Right.
All right. All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, item number 12, discussion action on the interlocal agreement between the city of Lufkin, Texas, and County of Angelina for the 2019 Edward Byrne Justice Assistance Grant, JAG Program Award. Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are y'all? This is the same grant that we've had it every year since I've been here. It's what we buy our tasers with.
Right.
It's a 100% grant. This year, I think it was $4,564, and we'll buy tasers with that. And the city does all the paperwork. We share it with them, and so it's a win-win for us. Probably get about 5 tasers, and those things, I think I've told you before, but they're not like a pistol. They're electronic, and they wear out. And they're good for about 5 or 6 years, it seems like, and it's like anything that's electronic, they wear out. So this is a good deal for us. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, but we're gonna ride as long as we can.
Oh, yeah. All right, gentlemen?
Motion to approve.
All right,
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion?
Yeah, who needs to sign this? Anybody?
Yes,
Usually the sheriff does, doesn't he?
It's several signatures, county judge, the county attorney, both need to sign it.
Amended motion.
To,
what
for
he
the
said.
county attorney and
Yeah, all
the
the
county
folks
judge to
sign.
sign.
Okay.
So moved.
All
Yeah.
right, so moved. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, item number 12, discussion action on, wait a minute. Item number 13, discussion action to amend, renew the contract between Angelina County and the Burke Center for Mental Health Deputy Services for the period of September 1, 2019 through August 31, 2020, and to include automatic renewal periods. Captain?
This is the contract we've had with the Burke Center for a few years now. Nothing's really changed except the increase in the salary there. And that's our mental health deputy. I would like to just note on that Charlotte has done a great job on this. And I really, when we first started, didn't know how much we would, as a sheriff's department, would benefit. But we just had an incident last week, where there was lots of phone calls made. Some things get a little hotter than others, but phone call to Charlotte, and she made everything work. And which is nice having somebody in the system. So it's really has benefited us as the county and the sheriff's department to have this.
She is a jewel.
Yes.
She does an outstanding job over there.
And this will need the signature from the sheriff and the
What
judge.
does it mean, to include automatic renewal periods? What are we talking about there? I mean, is this,
It's just set up, Commissioner, where each year is gonna renew automatically unless one of the parties terminates it. So
okay,
you won't have to come back and get it approved each year. It's gonna renew from year to year unless somebody decides they want to back out of the agreement.
okay.
That's the way the amendment, that's one of the changes, the amendments, the amendment.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to come back to us every year?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Even if its salary changes, it won't have to come back?
Well, if they change the term, they would.
That would be where you'd do
Okay. But everything's working good out there, no problems?
Right, and it's 100, they pay 100% of everything, so it's,
Okay. Who needs to sign it?
the county judge and the sheriff.
All right, motion to approve with the county judge and sheriff's signatures. Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Captain.
Thanks, sir.
Let's see here.
14.
14. Discussion, thank you. Discussion action on cooperative road agreement between Angelina County and the U.S. Forest Service for construction, reconstruction, improvement, maintenance for certain forest roads in Angelina County, State of Texas, pursuant to the provisions of 1 USC 532-538, 23 USC 205, and the regulations issued by the Secretary of Agriculture. Gentlemen? You guys have more experience with this. I know that y'all have talked to him.
I met with the new guy, and I cannot remember his name, but, real good guy. My only question is, can we accept this, agreement with the changes that the county attorney, I got an email yesterday with the county attorney, there's 2 changes. Do they have to approve that change, Kerry, first before we do this, or, you know, where you added Angelina County and?
Right, I think we can go ahead and make those changes and approve it. They're not changes in the terms, they appear just to be information that's typographically incorrect.
Was it
It's,
nomenclature?
it's just a date of the agreement, and in one place they omitted the name Angelina County as a party to the agreement, so.
Okay,
So I
Yeah,
think,
the date's actually
that's
said
your-
July instead of,
okay.
yeah, they had an incorrect date on there, and then they failed to insert the name of the county as a party to the agreement, so.
He used an old form, I guess, so.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same agreement that's been in place for a number of years, so.
Right, all right,
So I don't think there's a problem with making those changes and approving it.
okay.
I would like to point out that out of the 35 roads in this agreement, 30 of them are in precinct 4.
yeah.
That's what I was wondering, because I was reading something the other day about this, and it was some changes from the precinct 4 to precinct 3, and I thought, what
That
do
was
we had on all
redistricting.
this?
When they
Huh?
redistricted.
Yeah, is that what it is?
What
Okay,
caused it.
okay. Okay,
And that's a heavy burden on precinct 4.
yeah.
Understood. All right, gentlemen.
Motion to approve.
All right, motion to approve.
Did you need to sign? Nobody
With
needs to
the- I
sign.
think the judge will have to sign that if I remember correctly. Isn't that correct, Counselor?
Lord, let's get this signature.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, county judge.
Mhm. All right.
Yes, that's correct.
Amend
with
that
the
to-
judge's
Yeah, there it is, county judge.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
All right, we have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, item number 15, discussion action on reinstating the employee benefit plan, a program of benefits for the Angelina County employees with the effective date of August 1st, 2019. Do you want to address this?
Well, every 10 years, our employee benefit plan has to be restated, or if you have 5 or more amendments. And so we had 5 or more amendments, so we had to restate our plan, and so we just need to get it approved. It goes into effect August 1st, 2019, and this is our medical plan.
All right.
Can I, what were the amendments? I mean, help me out again here.
Well, things change. I mean, the law changes.
That's like when we raised it a little bit the other day to
Yes.
do this and,
No, it's like if the law changes something that we have to cover in our
Oh,
medical
okay.
insurance, and then we have an amendment because our plan doesn't cover it, then we have to do an amendment. It has to be signed to include that coverage.
okay.
And then, like, for instance, we had an amendment when, the premiums increased.
That's what I was
Our-
talking about,
Our
yeah.
health
Yes.
our medical and wellness program, if you got amendment.
Everything we've already looked over. Yes, okay.
Remember when we changed the wellness
Mhm.
requirements?
Yep, okay,
All
okay.
right, gentlemen?
Have you got to sign that one too? Let's see where
Yes.
somebody from Angelina
Yes.
County does.
Yes, yes.
Most
You
to
or
approve the
Keith?
judge's signature.
The judge.
Oh, the judge. Okay, second.
All right. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. All right. Item number 16, discussion action on request from Angelina County Waste Management Center to increase rates at the landfill. And from what I understand, this will be a discussion only, correct?
As far as I know. It's up to y'all to make the decision. First of all, I'd like to say that the Angelina County Waste Management Center has not had an increase in landfill rates in the past 11 years. 2020 will be 12 years we've been running on the same. Due to the continuing rise in costs of day-to-day operations and future construction costs to the landfill, I'm recommending to the court to review my proposal of increasing commercial rates by 10% to offset some of these expenses. And I have a list of the old rates and new rates. TARP rates will stay the same. TARP fees will stay the same. As for Angelina County residents, I'm proposing raising the rate from $5.25 per cubic yard to even $6 per cubic yard. This price includes the fee Angelina County pays to the TCEQ, which is the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. TARP fees will stay the same. Slight increase was 10% on animals. Any questions so far? After reviewing other landfill rates in our surrounding area, we still will have competitive rates. Landfills have different systems in charging customers, some charged by the item, some charged by the ton, some charged by the cubic yard. It's hard to get an exact comparison of rates from other landfills due to the different ways of charging. I've also talked to the judge about reviewing the contract with the city of Lufkin due to they are the only ones contract under weight and not by cubic yard. The city of Lufkin contract ends, I'm pretty sure it goes up October the 1st. If nobody says anything by October the 1st, it renews for another 12 months. But I do have copies of a couple more landfills in the surrounding area, Nacogdoches County and Polk County, their rates. I'll make copies of those and get them to y'all so y'all can review them.
So the only ones we'd have to notify if we was gonna go up would be the city of Lufkin,
Now,
correct?
you'd have to notify everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'd do a public notice, but I
Yeah.
mean, as far as a contract, no, I guess.
I mean,
Piney Woods and
all
all
the
of them?
commercial accounts would have to be notified, but
Right.
everybody's on the same scale as paying per cubic yard besides the city of Lufkin. Something, the grit sludge, stuff like that is still by cubic yard. Trash is by ton.
Do we wanna look at changing any of that as well?
We do.
I'm gonna go back and talk to him.
Yeah, that contract was
Yeah.
totally done between the previous judge and city manager, city left, whoever. I wasn't in
I'm
on
gonna
any
go
of
back
that.
and talk to him and explain the situation, and we're gonna have an understanding.
Yeah, yeah.
I want us to review the contract.
Do what now?
I want us to review the contract
Oh, yes.
in,
And we ain't got
I mean,
much
everybody
time.
needs to be on the same scale. I
We go
mean,
to the end of September.
yeah.
Right.
even if it goes by weight, it needs to be on this, there is a conversion chart to go from cubic yards to tons and from tons to cubic yard. That's what they did last time, so. But it needs to be reviewed in
Well, and when was the last time you've had a raise in,
2008
yeah, that's, I
when
mean,
the county
we're-
voted to put scales in at the landfill.
Right. So, I mean, it's time to really
is.
visit this. I mean,
It is,
I
it's
mean, we
past
need,
time.
I mean, labor rates went up,
Right.
cost of doing fuel, these sales that we're building
yeah,
steadily
the
going
sales,
up.
yeah, I'm definitely for looking into this.
We
I mean, it
can
can't
raise
stay the
rates
same
with-
forever.
Do you
No.
want to have the contract in front of us, say, the next Commissioners Court to address? Or do you want to just have a copy of that contract for y'all to look it over prior to that, since we don't have the copy of contract in front of us today?
All right, this September, right now.
Yes, sir.
When is it renewed?
October 1st.
We'll have to do it the next court.
It's gotta be the next court, yeah.
We can get a copy, can you get us a copy of that, contract with the city? I'm sure I've got one in the office.
Yeah, I made you one last.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll make one for everybody.
Yeah,
And you can go ahead,
we'll get
Judge.
one for everybody and y'all can review
Look at
it,
it.
and then.
Right,
I'll just
We'll
make
put
y'all
it-
a whole packet and get it
Yeah.
to every one of you
okay.
to
And
review.
we'll put it on the next court, and then at that point, will you have an opportunity to talk to basically the other commercial vendors?
Yeah, I just have a
by
letter
then?
I'm gonna send out. I mean, if it's voted to do it, I mean, it's, if y'all
Well-
vote to do it, I mean,
You just send the letter
I'm just gonna
out
send a
then.
letter out.
We can raise rates now, can't we?
Well,
Or is that not
local,
what
but
you
for
wanna
the
do?
commercial vendors, we would have to go ahead and approve it. Y'all want to look at the contract first with the city, so I would recommend, maybe doing the actual approval next Commissioners Court after you've had a chance to look at that, and then that way we can approve the rates and
Everything.
have a chance to talk to the city and
That's fine.
everything all at once.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Motion table.
Okay. Motion to table at this time. Thank you,
I'll
Chad.
get it for you.
Second,
All right, thanks, sir.
second.
And a second. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Tabling? Motion passes. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Item 17, discussion action on the notice of election for November 5th, 2019 constitutional amendments. Connie?
Actually, I don't have anything. Morning, guys.
Good morning.
I don't have anything, but I know, Sally, that you got something from Secretary of State and notice of election.
Right.
Okay.
And this is this just an acknowledgement, basically, that we're doing, that we understand, and it's got to be passed by the Commissioners Court that we have this election coming up?
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
And next court, I'll have more changes. We've had some changes to our judges and alternate judges, so we'll have to resubmit and the revised, so.
All right,
I'll see
what
y'all
kind of
next.
acknowledgement do you need for us to approve in this particular discussion action?
There should be a form. She should have given you a form, or you should have received it.
Yeah.
And
Notice of special election.
Notice of special election, correct. Okay. And signature of county judge, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to authorize the notice of special election with the judge to sign.
I'll make that motion.
All right,
Second.
we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Connie. All right. Item 18, discussion action on submittal by Road and Bridge 1, 2, 3, and 4 of their annual road condition report for court records and presentation to the next available grand jury pursuant to section 251.005 of the Texas Transportation Code. Gentlemen, I know that y'all have all got your reports in. Was there any discussion that needs to be on any of this?
No, sir.
It's just a report that's due in September every year, so.
Right.
And like I said, I think we've all got them in, so.
All right, good. Everybody's got the
Let me,
reports in.
let me say something. These
Go ahead,
folks-
sir.
I mean, we got folks here that's looking at us like, this is a report we have to do every year. It shows the road conditions of every road we got. If we got culverts that need to be replaced, if we got, I mean, it just shows everything it's gonna cost us to do what we need to do next year, so. But we have to turn them in and get them looked at by the grand jury every year, so just letting y'all know that we're taking care of business. Okay, thank you.
And one of the toughest parts of it is making sure that the road mileage that they say that we have is
Yeah,
exactly
exactly
what
the same.
they say what we have, and we agree with it, because sometimes we'll be a quarter mile off or something, you know, and it's all got to agree. All right,
Good deal.
all right,
Motion to approve.
motion
Second.
to approve. And it will be turned in. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Discussion action number 19 on budget transfer for indigent and health care, transfer from office supplies, $650, to conference and training, $650.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. Item number 20, discussion action on budget transfer for maintenance department. Transfer from R&M facilities, $11,000, to grounds upkeep, $11,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion?
This is what he talked about
Yes.
last time, wasn't it? Okay.
This is the
Landscaping he was
courthouse.
gonna do, yeah. Okay.
Correct. Exactly. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item number 21, discussion action on accepting $40,000 from Encore Electric for damages to Kraft Finley Loop Road. The budget will be amended as follows. Other revenue, $40,000, to Hardtop Roads, $40,000. Commissioner?
What precinct was that?
That's me.
Motion to approve.
Don't we need to put that in the precinct one's budget?
Yeah, we do.
It wasn't mentioned, but yes, it would go into precinct 1.
Motion to approve, put it precinct keep saying precinct four.
Get off that floor down there.
I'm trying.
Good
Rick.
shot.
I'm trying. Precinct one's, other revenue
All right.
budget.
All right. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right. We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any further discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
This is just money that Encore paid me here a while back to, redo the road. They were building a huge power station out there off of, 103, owned off of Kraft Finley Loop there. And they brought these huge machines in and just killed that little old road. So I asked them to help us and they did, so, and I appreciate them a whole bunch, so anyhow. Thank y'all.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, gentlemen. All right. Item number 22, consider any miscellaneous and routine items.
Only thing I see is, just Cheshire. Is there anything else that y'all see?
That's all I got.
Real good and informative, so.
Motion to approve the miscellaneous.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve miscellaneous. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right, and this is the check report. Did y'all get the added check report?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. All right. Item 23, consider approval and authorization for payment of the bills as submitted by the county auditor with the amended check report.
Motion to approve, pay the bills.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to pay the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Now, before we adjourn, I would like to recognize, if you would, I'm assuming that y'all are all together. Okay. If you would, please stand and tell who you're with. And I'm assuming this is the new class? All right, outstanding. Start anywhere, one side, and proceed to the others, please.
My name is Andrea Pickett. I'm with the Angelina County City Self District.
Good.
Crystal Pan with Gamma Real Estate.
All right,
LaMarcus Wallace, E-Tech.
good.
Sean Woods, Morgan Insurance.
All right, good.
Eric Robinson, City of Chester.
Katie Love, Bank South.
Thank you.
Monica Woods, the Advanced Financial Group.
Good.
I'm Debbie LaRoe, owner of Science by Debbie and President Leadership.
Okay. Outstanding.
I'm Stevie Alders, I'm an independent Aflac agent.
Good.
Good to have y'all here.
Good having y'all here. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Any other guests that I haven't recognized? I think we got just about everybody, so, good. All right, item number 24, recess or adjourn, gentlemen?
I'm gonna go adjourn this time.
All right. We have a motion and a second on the floor to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank y'all. Did y'all get all your signatures that you need?